YouTube family, my name is Elysia English and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working on a really exciting and fun project. This pantry walk-in laundry space that we've been working on that's off of our kitchen has been a dream of mine when beginning our homestead. Problem is, I have not finished this space. And about 6 months ago, I found something that I thought would really get me inspired to work on this room, and it was a wallpaper. Problem is, this wallpaper was so not in my budget for a laundry room, pantry room. And so I decided that I was gonna hold off and wait and thought that maybe one day I could afford to be able to put this on the wall. But still, it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was pretty close. And so I just couldn't splurge and get it at that time, thinking it wasn't exactly perfect. But then the other day, I got myself thinking, why can't I just make it myself? Not only can I make it custom and make it the colors that I want, I can make the print the size that I want, and I could do it all on a budget. So today, during this video, I'm gonna use the help of my Cricut Maker 3 to be able to do my own faux wallpaper on a budget. Let's get started. So the good thing about working on the bathroom and the pantry at the same time is that this awful ceiling that we've been talking about for months is gonna get rectified in the upcoming weeks. But what I wanna do right now is take down any of these hanging things that aren't even doing anything on the ceiling, they're just in my way, and finish all of the puttying along the top. So overnight, all of this pink putty can dry and we can fix up this wall to get the canvas for this area totally done so that I can bring my idea to life. Because we need some color in this pantry. To be able to put this design on the wall, I'm going to use a few Cricut materials. I'm going to use some stencil film. I think I'm going to need about 12 to 16 feet of this, but time will tell as I work my way across the whole wall, so I will update you in the description box as to how much I actually used to be able to complete the whole wall. I'm going to use the Cricut scraper, a weeding tool, and a pair of Cricut scissors. The weeding tool is going to help me get my intricate design out from in between all of the vinyl so that I have the stencil to sponge paint onto the wall. The scissors I'm going to cut the vinyl with, and the scraper is going to help me to be able to put the actual transfer tape onto my design to be able to transfer it onto the wall. It's a whole process, but I think in the end it's going to be so worth it. In addition to using these supplies, I'm going to use just a couple of white sponges that you would use to apply makeup or foundation, and I'm going to use that to be able to sponge paint my paint on the wall. I've chosen 3 paint colors that I think are going to be a little bit of a vintage vibe, still be kind of gardeny here for our pantry, and go with some of the other colors we're using for the whole interior of the house here. So I'm excited to see how this is going to come into play. Since I was inspired by this sunflower wallpaper, I headed to the Cricut Design Space to choose a sunflower design. There were thousands to choose from. I then was able to send it to cut to my Maker 3 using a stencil film, and I used the transfer tape to be able to transfer the image onto the wall. I just have my first sunflower for my faux wallpaper all ready to transfer onto the wall. I put on my transfer tape and I'm ready to start peeling it off, and look at how beautifully this is coming off. This is amazing. I was so worried about how much time it was going to take me to do each one if I didn't get it transferring as easily as I had hoped, since I have a lot of sunflowers to put on this wall. But luckily this transfer tape is amazing and it's really easy to do. Look at, I hope you can see on camera, but this is a really detailed print. So this is a pretty overzealous wallpaper, but it is going to be dreamy. So stay watching because you're gonna see this come to life. Okay, first one, let's do it.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, doubts and blame. I'm a weary pirate, and my heart is made of dust and grain and spoiled champagne. I've got troubles, I've got sins, I'm my worst enemy, but I've still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come and say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart.
I now have 4 of the sunflowers on the wall and I'm loving the way it looks. The colors have turned out perfectly, just as I had hoped that they would. I'm really impressed so far. So I'm at the point in working on this faux wallpaper right now that my pattern is really starting to grow, and it's so exciting to see it really come together. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm using this projection laser level to be able to help me to make sure that everything is exactly where it needs to be. So I can move it and make sure that all of my stems all line up this way, and that all the tops of all of my flowers line up this way, which is really making this a lot easier to do. It's taking me some time to get each of these on because I'm working my way very diligently to make sure that I get everyone perfect, since this is going to be, the more perfect I get this, the more it's going to look like a real wallpaper. So that's my goal. So right now I'm working on all of my large sunflowers, and I do need to have a little bit of the start of a sunflower here, as well as right here to finish my pattern. But my thought is that I might need the bottom part up at the top, but the top part down here at the bottom. So I'm going to do those at the end and just keep working with my full solid sunflowers until I get to a point where I need to start making my pieces. So I'm going to keep on going, move my laser level, and get to the next sunflower.
Like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
I don't even have the words to express to you how much I absolutely have loved doing this project. Not only do I now have a really custom and gorgeous faux wallpaper here in my pantry, but this project through and through from start to finish was an absolute blast. It was really fun for me to think of an idea that I had where I really wanted to bring some sunflowers into the space. It's something that's kind of nostalgia to me and my family, and so I really wanted to make that somewhere in our home. I had dabbled with a few other projects around the house thinking that I would incorporate some sunflowers, but nothing really seemed quite right. And so I knew that when I was going to make a change with what we had on the backsplash, which I also used my Cricut Maker 3 for, I was able to make that change, and now I am so incredibly happy with the results. I used about 16 to 18 feet worth of vinyl to be able to create this project. So all in all, I saved myself hundreds of dollars being able to DIY this faux wallpaper myself rather than ordering the actual wallpaper. If you remember from the beginning of the video, it wasn't exactly the color tones I was looking for. And so this way I was able to go to the Cricut Design Space, choose exactly the sunflower option that I wanted, customize it to the size that I wanted, and then I was then able to use whatever paint colors I wanted to be able to put them to match what we're doing in our home for our wall. So I think it was a win all around. I hope that this project inspires you to do some of your own DIY projects, especially using a Cricut Maker 3. I also want to give a huge thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this video. I am so honored every time Cricut reaches out for us to work on projects. I think it is an amazing fit for our channel because obviously you know I love working on creative projects and you know that I use my Cricut products in real life. So I hope that that inspires you to check out the link below and you can see all of the amazing products that Cricut has that would help you create projects like this in your own home. Being able to customize things and make things exactly the way that you want them has been able to help me to turn my house here that we bought that was completely abandoned into a home. So we have more things to do here in this pantry space. As you noticed in this video, our ceiling is yet to be finished. We're working on our bathroom renovation, which means that all this plumbing will be changing. That's why you see in the video here that I was doing the stenciling up to the height that I know our ceiling is going to be. We're going to be doing a wood beam and shiplap white ceiling, so I think this is going to tie in perfectly with the rest of the plans we have for this space, in addition to adding some other decor like rugs and textiles, our homesteading items that we'll be using from our very own garden, and of course finally finishing the doors that I have here on this side of my pantry. I think now that this project's done, it's definitely inspired me to get back at it and finish these cabinets. Don't forget that on the Cricut Design Space, you can choose absolutely any pattern, shape, or textile that you possibly could want. There are thousands and thousands of designs available on there. This is just what worked for me. So if you're interested in doing something different, you can go on there and pick from such a large selection. There's literally something there for everyone and the possibilities are endless. I'm dying to know what you think of the wallpaper, so leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. As always, if you're new to our channel and you enjoy this video, we encourage you to subscribe, hit the like button, and visit us on the next video. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on our next episode.